Thank you very much, Chairwoman Maloney. Ms. Johnston, thank you so much for coming today, and thank you to all of you for sharing your stories. Ms. Johnston, I want to turn your attention to the work dinner with Mr. Snyder you referenced in your opening. Under D.C. law, it's a crime to touch someone sexually without their consent. There are three components to this crime. First, that the defendant committed a sexual touching. Second, that he did so voluntarily, on purpose, without accident, and not by accident. And third, that the victim did not consent to being touched in that manner. I want to just ask you about these three components of this crime. First, Mr. Snyder touched you in a sexual manner that night, correct?
Correct.
Snyder did so on purpose, right?
Correct.
How do you know that?
He left his hand on the middle of my thigh until I physically removed it.
You did not consent to being touched in that way, right?
Absolutely not.
I want to turn your attention to reporting this incident after it happened. You said that the next day, you reported his sexual advances to a more senior coworker. Apparently, you went to his office, and all he said was that you, quote, should not repeat this story to anyone outside this office door, correct?
Correct.
Snyder never faced any consequences for harassing you, right?
No.
Nobody faced any consequences, is that right?
Correct.
In response to media reports, including in the Washington Post in the summer of 2020, that the WFT was rife with sexual harassment, Snyder issued a statement saying he was, quote, unaware of these allegations until they surfaced in the media. Based on what you know, Ms. Johnston, is that statement true or false?
Completely false.
And why do you say that?
He was involved in everything, every minor detail, every major detail of every single day at the office.
And he was, of course, involved in the sexual harassment of you.
Absolutely.
Ma'am, Snyder claimed he had, quote, admittedly been too hands-off as an owner, close quote. Unfortunately, as with Ms. Johnston, the opposite was true. Mr. Snyder was all too hands-on, not hands-off.